Good morning, you lovely people. Welcome back to another video release. This time it's all about the greenhouse and what's waiting for spring to hit us at last. We've got space problems, we've got problems with tomatoes because I've just grown them on too early, too big, so I'm waiting for this nighttime temperatures to settle down a little bit and to get a little bit warmer. But first, we've got to hunt a criminal. So here is the scene of the crime. One of my only 3 cucumber piccolo plants has been totally eaten and another severely damaged, and obviously this particular slugger snail loves that variety. So you just got to think about where he's been. Well, the one thing about this tray is it has a lip underneath here. So somewhere around here, I hope. Oh, yep, there we are. Well, that little fellow will be removed in a minute. What I'm going to try and cover off is a couple of little bits and pieces that may be of interest to you. The first one is the temporary staging within here. Just want to show you what I'm up to, trying to maximize space. The second is I'm running out of compost and I've had a brilliant find of Coir. So in true Terry fashion, I've got it home and I'll be mixing it with compost in a short while. Just in case you don't know what I'm on about with Terry, Terry is a brilliant gardener that is not only a superb grower. His video channel gives you all the ins and outs of how he grows it and what he uses. He's so frugal and cost motivated, it's absolutely unbelievable. He's an inspiration to me in the past. I'll put a link in it. Not that he needs a tip from my tiny channel, but I just need to give credit to the man for being such a wonderful inspiration. Right, today I'll bring you the appalling conditions in my cider shed because the weather outside is pants and I want to get on with some mixing. And yes, I'm in my cider shed. My various blends and concoctions. There's more behind me, but yeah, it's we're not here for that anyway. What we're here for is compost. This is worm compost, vermicompost. We're not going to be using that today, but what we are going to be finishing, what we are going to be using is worm finish compost and coir. Compliments of Terry and his unscrupulous cannabis growers. I'm going to be using a blend of this and worm finish compost to make some compost for tomatoes. So I reckon a blend of 50% coir and 50% worm compost will be fine. It's not vermicompost. That there is made quite different. That there is a superior harvest. This is just compost that the worms have been through, so it's better than normal compost, but not as good as vermicompost. I've run out of leaf mold and wood chip residue a long time ago, so it's just going to have to be these two, and let's hope it's going to be fine. The root balls in a lovely condition, and all we do is put them in there diagonally, of course, and fill it in with the coir and compost mix, and it really is as simple as that. Now then, normally, as I say, I would be putting them out into the finishing pots, but because there's bonkers cold weather we're getting, cool weather that we're not really used to, I am potting up indoors instead. We're on the way. All looking good. So this is one of my pots I have planted up with celery to try and bring on a nice early crop. They'll just sit down on the floor down there. Then down there on that's the bed that I grow my tomatoes in. But at the moment I've got temporary staging in here that all my tomatoes are sitting in, because I just don't have the room. These have got to go out in the cold greenhouses. It's showing, the temperatures locally are showing signs of moving upwards. I am desperate for that to happen because me and this greenhouse are in a bit of a conflict. Something that has worked very well this year is this structure here. I use a tent within a tent, not for heating, but I've got a heating mat in there, and it keeps the temperature up very well. It has got a lighting system in there. The lighting system is only on at the beginning of the day and the end of the day. You can just see it there, because it's a see-through container with only the silver foil on the back and sides to reflect the sunlight. So the midday light goes through very well and provides good light conditions when it's not overcast and cloudy. And oh, I need to water them. That's not great. Right, that's another job on. Well, I know I come across as a bit of a Doubting Thomas, and this is a perfect example, but I split up a comfrey recently and I thought, does it really grow from root segments? So I've already looked at this, so I know, but the answer is yes. It's only been in there a couple of weeks. You can see the roots. It's from a 2-inch root segment, and yeah, hey, success. Whereas the top growth transplant has come on lovely. It's ready for planting out now. Ready to go. I was hoping this year to beat my earliest harvest of new potatoes, and I've done it by accident because I tripped over a couple of the pots in here, broke the foliage off and basically killed the plant, so I might as well harvest them. They're just about ready. There comes a time when things get forced into action, and broken foliage is one of those times. So I'm going to bite the bullet and remove the foliage, the damaged foliage. Oh. Get out. Fly attacking me. And let's see what we got in here. So this is right, rocket from the 16th of the 1st. And it's at this point you think, oh, have I made a terrible mistake? But I have potatoes, haha. There's the seed potato, one of the seed potatoes. No, the seed potato. And this one, I believe, is from 10 days earlier. Now that I happen to know there's potatoes in this because I kicked the bucket over. Unfortunately, I also noticed that a couple of them are decidedly green. So that's a bit of a disappointment. That's my own fault. Yeah, that was disappointing only because, again, I kicked it over, killed the foliage, so therefore, that's that one finished. Yeah, from the 6th of the 1st. There we are. not bad at all. And I promised you greenhouse updates, but I just want to tag on this little bit of video on at the back end, which is the early potatoes that are in ground allotment that have now been uncovered from their frost protection, just to show you how they're going. All the second earlies have now been mulched with grass. Could be a bit of tidying up too, it's done a bit of a rush. We won't mention the kale gone to seed. But yeah, the first earlies, which are Morris Bird, haven't been mulched with grass, but I don't think they're going to need it. All good. Thank you very much for joining me again, and see you on the next one. Bye for now.